and we've just secured one of the top high school quarterbacks in the country. We don't supposed to recruit guys out of high school, but I think we got 3 freshmen that are playing prominent roles.
Down the field, yapped. Give it to me. Deion Sanders and the Colorado Buffalo Thanksgiving night went ahead and secured themselves a nice little set of 4, 5, and I believe 3 stars coming into the next recruiting class for them. And I think this is a really good statement on Deion Sanders' behalf on his 3rd year and making sure they know that he's staying there for 3rd year. And it doesn't look like he's going to the Dallas Cowboys anytime soon. So we're going to hop in here, take a look at those recruits, maybe take a peek at some of their film, talk about Deion Sanders and really what he's been alluding to, because he's kind of been alluding to this throughout the year. Obviously with the Julian Lewis situation, him securing that 5-star, which turned to a 4-star mysteriously turned to a 4-star. I don't know what happened there. So we'll get into some interviews, look at these recruits, and hop in there. I appreciate y'all supporting these videos. Please leave a like if you like it, dislike if you don't like it, and let's hop right into it.
Hey, Coach Scott Proctor, DBR, how you doing?
Good, sir.
Good to hear that. I know your immediate focus is Friday, Oklahoma State. You said last week, though, that you kind of already have this thing mapped out in terms of next year and beyond. I'm just curious how you would kind of describe the situation, a high school quarterback or even a transfer quarterback would kind of be walking into.
Well, they're pretty darn good. We have options, tremendous options when it comes to that. And we've just secured one of the top high school quarterbacks in the country. I'm going to cross that hurdle when we get there. Right now, man, I'm focused and I'm locked in on the goal that's right there in front of us on Friday. That's the focus. I'm not thinking about no turkey, no dressing, no black eyed peas and rice and yellow rice and sweet potatoes and yams and what kind of cake is that? Red velvet cake, peach cobbler. I'm not thinking about all that. I'm thinking about this game.
He's not thinking about it, man.
That's our Thanksgiving.
Not too much, Jake. Go ahead.
Hey, Coach. Jake Schoen's DNVR.
How you doing, sir?
How you doing?
Good.
I know you just said you're focused, but early signing day is a week away. Is there anything that you can share with us about that?
We're going to be straight. We got what we want. We don't take a lot of high school players, and the ones that we take, we want them to play immediately. We want them to produce, be productive. Best thing about it, we're going to a bowl. They get to practice with us in the bowl game. So they get to get an early start and get here and we can see what they're working with. So we're excited about that. But we're going to hit that portal like it hadn't been hit before. You know that. That's what we do. And we have certain positions we know everything we want. We know what we're going to get. Of course, we hadn't spoken to all the guys that are probably going to jump in the portal. But we're going to do some good things. And replace some players that pretty much are darn irreplaceable. What are you going to get for Travis and a Shador? You're going to try your best to. May take 2 players of each. You may get 4 guys just to handle with those 2. And we have some great, Cam and Shadozi. So we got some great players. And Lester and Will Shepard. It's some wonderful talent that's walking out that door. But we plan on bringing some tremendous talent as we did last year.
Last one, Jack.
Good question. Jack, come on, Jack, say it.
Jack Carlo.
Jack Carlo. My man.
My man. Well, I'd ask you, offensively, it seems like the screen game the past few weeks has really picked up some momentum.
Yeah.
Obviously, Travis Hunter's touchdown on Saturday.
Yeah, and just to kind of close it out, I do want to kind of talk about when he was talking about that bowl season. And we're going to get into all the bevy of recruits that they got just in a second and maybe a few more, like I said, clips. But when he's talking about the importance of the bowl game, this is what I want to speak on. Like, that is huge for a team that wants to develop. So for a team that wants to have freshmen get involved, the best thing about that early enrollment is that you can go into the freshman year without them being freshmen when it comes to their experience, right? Jeremiah Smith, I believe, did something similar like that. So not only was he a freak of nature, but he was already on campus, at bowl practices and doing things. Unless he was in state championships, him, he was going crazy. Regardless, you at least get to spring. Like, it was a time where freshmen started like freshman year. Like, you know, you go into what's it called, August, and you know they're in that training camp. So even going spring is an advantage, and now on top of that, you get bowl season, and the bowl season also you get first a team with an experienced first team with reps. So that is going to be an elite thing. And to check kind of the damage that Deion Sanders in Colorado has done, just to take a peek at this, Colorado is now number 32 in recruiting class, number 2 in the Big 12. Not too shabby. Obviously, they usually go for a high star. So a lot more, yeah. Again, 4 and 3 stars. Obviously, Julian, who's a 5-star, but technically a 4-star now. So this is the whole thing right now for the 25. You got a 5-star Julian Lewis, OL, two big dogs on the offensive line with Chauncey Gooden, Carday Smith, who was an Ohio State. A lot of flips. Flipped some Ohio State guys. You flipped a USC guy. Like these are some serious guys. Look at all these 4-stars, dog. You know, it's really funny because we're gonna watch a video about Deion Sanders and like talking about not focusing too much on 4-stars, but I think they did good. This is a pretty good, sizable like set of a 2025. You got 2 new tackles, you get an interior offensive lineman, a new linebacker, edge, you got 2 tight ends. Like this is, and then you reload one of the most deep wide receiver rooms in the nation. Like this is absolutely elite. So obviously Carday Smith, 6'6", from Mobile, Alabama, previous Ohio State guy. You got what's it called? Mr. Williamson, 4-star offensive line. Oh yeah, so that's just him getting after it. That's him moving bodies. That's, you know what I mean, looking like a big dog.
Extra big shout out to my mom, you know.
Oh, I can't, sorry, because you know Shannon Sharp be locking it down. Shannon Sharp be locking it down, but he got a big dog to put on the offensive tackles. Now who else we got? Obviously Edge, and these are all a lot of IMG gentlemen. And then you got that nice elite wide receiver too. Just good little spoil here. Good little spoil here. One of the best, apparently. This is a 4-star. One of the best wide receivers in Texas, apparently. They're calling him Lil LeJante, 5'9", explosive gentleman, with the hands and that boy floating. That boy floating out there. Okay, look down the field. Yapped. Give it to me. I need that. Oh, yeah, right over top of you. Pam! Put the ham in the basket, boy. He's absolutely going crazy. So the dude's electric. He's a complete electric factory. I think it's going to be a great addition. Something to help out old Julian Lewis as he makes his transition. But a lot of flavors. His name is Quentin Gibson, if you're wondering. A very explosive guy. Here he is taking the screen, reversing field, getting jiggy with it. And he's out there. I mean, it's a track race at that point. Nobody's going to stop that, son. 4-star edge, London Merritt has come into Colorado. 6'3", 250-pound edge from Atlanta, Georgia. Previously committed to Ohio State. He says, I feel like family at Colorado, and they're building something there I want to be a part of. We are going to shock the world. Spoils of war.
Right, we can't say that.
Spoils of war.
On my other television show, I interviewed Ice Cube, and you know one of his hit songs is "Today Was a Good Day."
That's right.
That's him alluding to Julian Lewis, of course. And then here he's going
It says
again.
a lot about the depth, the development of these young men. It says a lot about we don't supposed to recruit guys out of high school, but I think we got 3 freshmen that are playing prominent roles on our team right now and doing a wonderful job. About to have 4 because 2-9 is back now, so he's going to be involved in the running game as well this week.
I guess
it says a lot about the recruiting, says a lot about the staff, says a lot about what we plan on being and the stability that we're going to be here for a while. We ain't going nowhere. We're about to get comfortable.
2 more, go ahead.
Good morning, Coach. How you doing?
Yes, sir.
Hey, I respect how you always pay homage to coaches that you pass.
So that is just more of a Deion Sanders kind of like I told you so moment and let you know kind of how things moving. A little more insight on his recruiting
We
too.
got what we want. You know, we don't take a lot of high school players, and the ones that we take, we want them to play.
We already played that. Sorry, we already
Just the
played
glitz and the glamour. They got to sit down and see how they fit with us. We got to see if they fit with us, how their personality, how they act around other guys out of high school that are prominent as well. Are they jealous-minded? Do they want it? Or they want to come here and just talk about the NIL? Then I definitely don't want them. So it's so many different aspects about these young men that are attractive, but some come on visits and they harm them. I mean, because it's so much more than that, than just the glitz and the
It's a lot, man. It's a lot, man. And being able
That you got that have committed
and being able to commit to some of these things, man,
to the program right now.
It's completely crazy. So let's go ahead and do a last a recap. See if we can do any more what's it called, highlights here. And then we'll close the little situation out, man. I just wanted to check on this. Big moves, big moments being made from old Colorado. Deion Sanders, a gentleman who, again, does not apparently recruit from high school, does not pick up high school players, seems to be having a good time picking up high school players. Remember a year ago? Westerman, Deion Sanders' poor recruiting results, major issues for Colorado's build. This is like year one. They were saying this about him. Colorado's problem ended up being what we all said it would be: depth. Every team suffers injuries. Travis Hunter got beat up very quickly, playing borderline every snap, and Sanders was absolutely playing injured for most of the season. If Deion can't get freshmen on campus and develop them, he's going to struggle heavily. He can't flip the roster with transfers every year. Development is going to be his main issue. He isn't going to have any success if he doesn't want to develop players. You can get skill position players through the portal, but that isn't going to work for the offensive line. The best offensive line groups aren't always the ones with the most talent. They're the ones with the most experience. They've played together for years, have communication, chemistry. Deion telling his, they'll be replaced if they don't protect his son. Certainly a choice, and that's why Redditors should never be allowed to talk about football. Like I don't know what we're talking about. You're on Reddit, son. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. It's just crazy, man. It's crazy to see like all this craziness, and this isn't even updated, man. Y'all don't have the big dog, my main man up here. But again, on Monday afternoon, this is November 28th, last year, 2023, about this time. This is like almost the exact same day. Colorado Players personnel director Corey Phillips took to social media in an effort to calm Buffalo fans down. It's all a part of the plan. It's clear that Phillips is telling fans not to be concerned that the Buffaloes have lost commitments from two quarterbacks, Danny O'Neal and Antman Hill, and one running back, Jeremy, in the last few days. Is a three-star prospect in class 2024, while Hill and Moore both in 2025. Hill, a Georgia native, is ranked in the top 100 nationally. If you read the tea leaves from Phillips' post, Colorado might have another quarterback prospect picked out or have someone it feels good about coming in via the transfer portal. Another Colorado recruiting staffer, Darius Darden-Box, posted an eyeball emoji later that day. But this isn't about whether Colorado can replace O'Neal or land another big-time recruit. Deion Sanders has already proven multiple times he can pull a rabbit out of his hat late in the recruiting cycle. This is more about a big-picture look at Colorado's recruiting. This isn't what Sanders was supposed to do at Colorado. His high school recruiting, even with late fireworks in 2023 cycle, hasn't been average. It's been far below average, which is shocking given the shot of adrenaline his arrival brought to Colorado. Colorado's 2024 class ranks number 65 nationally, 3 spots ahead of Colorado State. The Buffaloes have only 9 commitments, including 3 who rank in the top 400 nationally. And how that story ends is they continue to get top-rated recruits. They continue to have freshmen contribute in large ways. And now the development and all these other conversations and questions have been answered because they're developing and playing real deal players. They just made a connection with an offensive tackle and center, Cash Cleveland and Jordan Seaton. They're locked in. Same school. They came from IMG. And then guess what? They went back to IMG and got more. That's building a culture. If you've ever played NCAA CFB 25, that's a pipeline state for Deion. Don't know if y'all know, but he's from Florida, son. Played at Florida State. He's got IMG, guys. IMG is a school, is a football academy. It was a sport academy for play. They just pump players out. Now, some of them can be a little overrated, but it's not bad to have a pipeline state in school being IMG. They're cooking. They're making something happen. That's all I'm trying to say, okay? Shout out Deion Sanders. They're making some big waves when it comes to recruiting. Obviously, right now, number 32 overall, just a bevy of different people popping in. And I wish I could show you them talking, but, Shannon Sharp likes to get nasty when it comes to these copyrights. But, yeah, they're going crazy, man. They're going absolutely crazy. But y'all be phenomenal. Y'all be great. Please like this video if you like it. Dislike if you don't like it. Subscribe if you enjoy college football content, Colorado content, and everything else in between. We'll see you next time the sunshine.